What's going on, guys? This is Ben from NolanTCG, and today I am here with Harry.
Howdy there.
And Bragg from C4G.
Yo!
And welcome back if you are here to our new series, which is Counting Goats. So starting us off, today we're going to have both Bragg's and Harry's lists. First up on screen here we have Harry's. But we're just going to basically go through their lists, give impressions of what they think of GOAT format and how they think decks should be built. And as our series goes on, they'll be joining us for the next couple of weeks, and we'll be going through decks that were popular at the time and giving impressions on how to play them. So starting us off, we have Harry's list up on the screen. Harry, do you want to take us through this one?
Yeah, no worries. Do you want me to just go card by card or just
just go card by card and then give your deck building kind of suggestions?
Alrighty, so just BLS is just a really strong Chaos monster. You play enough lights and darks to fulfill its summoning requirements, so it's just kind of a no-brainer. You got Pasha, that's your level 5 for your tribute summon, and for your metamorphosis targets for Dark Bolter and Reaper on the Nightmare. You don't really want to tribute summon it. You'd rather bring it back with, say, Call of Haunted or Premature Burial. Then you got your standard sort of one-offs with Tribe Infecting, Breaker, and Dita Warrior Lady just for outing cards. Tsukiyomi just for the lock, or loop rather, with Thousand Eyes. Both keeping your one live and outing your opponents. Sangan, because it's such a Sinister Serpent. Spirit Reaper is kind of just a fill spot because I didn't really know what else to put there, but it keeps the battle phase in your favor basically, and then if your opponent's open, lets you pitch cards from their hand. Morphing Jar lets you recover from Delinquent Duo, especially multiples off Magician of Faith. Magician of Faith just adds back your power cards. Sinister Serpent because it's constant resource, and then playing Magical Merchant. I really like Merchant over, say, Dekoichi because it's a light target for starters, so being a light level 1 with Metamorphosis gives you a light and a dark to work with right off the bat. And then Merchant gets you to more of your power spells or your traps rather than just the first card on top of your deck. And also has the opportunity to put lights and darks in grave from its milling, including Parshath that's for Reborn and Serpent, just to give access. Then you got your standard stuff like Heavy Storm, Delinquent Duo, Meta, Pot of Greed, Nobleman, just your standard stuff. Card destructions, I just really like it. Like when you've got a read on your opponent's hand, it's just a good way to clear any problems that you think they have, like the Chaos Monsters and things like that. Graceful, because it's the third part of the Trinity. MST, so I want to just discuss MST and Dustinator. You never really want to blind hit with these. You may as well just you're better off holding them for, say, Snatch Steal, Call the Haunted, Premature Burial, and other power spells that you can eliminate in that fashion. Book of Moon, just because it outs Thousand Eyes and any problem monsters with Nobleman across out, just outs that way. Playing 2 Scapegoat, 3 Clogs, and 1 isn't enough. Scapegoat gives you battle phase protection and your level 1s for Metamorphosis. Stash Steal and Premature Burial, just strong cards. And then into the trap lineup, we've got Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, 2 Sakuretsu, 2 Dustinator, and Call the Haunted. I'm not really a fan of Swords Reveal the Light, as just it's outed by back row destruction and same with the traps, but it's just a bit more obvious. And it also triggers flips, so I don't really like playing that. Looking at extra deck, there's no limit, so the 15 here isn't all you need to play. The important ones are Thousand Eyes. Dragoness is your highest attack level 3, which is your Metamorphosis Sangan, get your Surge, and you have a 200 more body. Darkfire is your best level 4 because it's a dark, so it just helps facilitate your chaos. Dark Bolter lets you win matchups like Empty Jar, just being able to negate spells and negating flip monsters because it destroys it by battle. Is it flip or no? Sorry, it's just a graveyard. Fiend Skull Dragons for the flips, I think. Yeah. Reaper of the Nightmare is just a level 5 target for your meta as well. Gatling Dragons. Gatling Dragon's really strong with BLS because you can banish a card on the field and then you can metamorphosis into that, and then pick another 3 cards, and then have a battle phase still. But yeah, that's pretty much all is to discuss there. Yeah.
Awesome. So something you are not going to see in both of these lists for both Harry and Bragg, as well as mine, is that we don't play Exarian. So we are all in agreement that we shouldn't be playing Exarian, isn't that right?
Darn right.
100%.
Yes, but the biggest difference you will see as well is that Bragg, as we bring up his list, is the opposite. So he plays 2 Metamorphosis, 3 Scapegoat, as opposed to the 3-2. So why don't you take us through your list and give us your reasoning behind that?
So, I can start off with that. So, Scapegoat, obviously with the Exarion not being in here, 3 Scapegoat doesn't really cost you as much time. It can brick. Look, like, this deck was built when I had 2 Super Metamorphosis. And so now I have a whole plethora of commons, and I have since sold them because, man needs money. So with the Scapegoat, I probably would swap these ratios around, but at the moment, this is the version I took out of the deck box and went, this is what I've got. I probably would swap them to 3 Metamorphosis, 2 Scapegoat, but at the same time, I don't think it's so bad that I should revise what my deck is before, an hour before going on this live with this video. For the rest of the deck, I'm pretty sure me and Harry are nearly the same up until I don't have Magical Merchant. Merchant for me, I used to run it when I was a kid because it was a common. It was really easy to find, nice little white monster. But in this, I didn't really like the mill aspect. I would probably double down more on chaos stuff if I were to run Merchant. Just doesn't gel with me. But I don't judge, anyone. I don't judge Harry specifically for playing Merchant and this very deck. His other deck, however, I do judge him for. I run 1 DD Assailant. I know so this list was based off the Shot and Jump Championship for Indianapolis. This one, they had 2 DD Assailant. I just run the 1 because it's an Earth monster, so it doesn't really feed into chaos stuff. This deck does struggle with the light monsters for BLS, so BLS isn't the most reliable win con in this deck. It is very much, if it's there, it's there. I would be tempted to swap in another. I go to 2 Parshath, or I just don't want to do Merchant, man. Otherwise, Sinister Serpent, yeah, cool. 2 Sook, yeah, you need to have that. Morphing Jar is good for card advantage. Spirit Reaper saves you a little bit. And Sangan can help you either get what you're missing between Magicians of Faith and Sinister Serpent.
You do also play the Azura Priest as well, which is different.
Oh, yes, yeah. So the Azura Priest, it just clears their scapegoats and any other problem cards. 1700 high, it's pretty high attack. Bounces back, so you always maintain your card advantage. So it doesn't get lost to a torrential next turn or in future. Obviously you can die to Mirror Force and stuff. Into the spells, what's different from Harry's?
Lightning Vortex.
Oh yeah, Lightning Vortex. Once again, it's another anti-goat card. You have Sinister Serpent running around, so you're good to do that. That's why I would put a second Parshath in, maybe, is because you can discard the spare one with Vortex as well. And I run Swords. Yeah. Swords triggers it can trigger the opponent's flip spells. Things get a bit crazy. Look, this isn't the most refined deck. It's just and also just yelling swords are revealing light in the middle of a goat game is.
It always gets your players' attention.
I also just wanted to point out that you're only playing the copy of. Is there any particular reason for that, or
the one copy of what? You
Book of Moon.
Book of Moon. So. Oh, I know why. I only have one good version of it. Book does book a couple of cards in my side deck. It did become apparent later that Book of Moon is a really, really powerful card. At this point in time, I believe it was just the one Book of Moon was the go-to.
Okay.
I could be tempted into 2. But I definitely side 2 more, so yeah. For the traps, pretty much everything's the same, except I also run Ceasefire. So Ceasefire can steal games. It in combo with Ring of Destruction, you can almost just not have to attack, and also it stops a certain deck.
Oh, sweet. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for both of your lists and giving everyone an idea of what you like to play. Be sure to tune in next week. We'll be looking over the next couple of weeks with the three of us different deck lists that used to come up back in the day. But as always, I've been Ben from NolanTCG, here with Harry and Bragg from C4G, and have a good afternoon, everybody.